Right, no time for hellos, no time for, oh, did you get me TV? No time for that Muppet stuff. I'm here to talk about a bunch of cheating bar stools, who wear sky blue, a bunch of cheating bar stools who has a bald manager, a bunch of cheating bar stools who have 115 plus charges. I am talking about cheating bar stools who I am fuming that they have ruined the heritage of football in an aspect of where, oh, God, I am so salty right now. I am so. I was fine with them winning the league, chat. It got to a point where I was okay with it. Now that they can claim champs, and when you win one, that's 10. That is when you. The first Champions League that is hardest to win is your first Champions League. I believe there's a stat that suggests that no team has ever won their first ever Champions League final, right? And by the way, that intro was just raw emotion at its finest. Listen, okay. Off premise, we've got to suggest that City are fair, don't we? Because there's nothing that's actually come out against them in terms of what's legitimate and what's actually been against them. Let's actually be fair. That was just my inner rage coming out. Man City fans, if you've disliked the video, I completely understand. I think you underlyingly know that you're cheating bar stools. I think you know it deep down within your souls that you're slightly cheaters. That being said, to delve into the final a smidge, I mean, I wish this was a little bit tighter because it keeps falling while I'm carrying it. Just to even, touch on, I can't stand Romelu Lukaku. He's a proper rock, isn't he? How do you not finish that, Lukaku? So first of all, you were at Everton and you were boss at Everton. Apparently you were world class, and then now, whenever you play a Premier League team, you just seem to not know where your laces are, mate. And here's the score. What was that? Do you know that shot where he took it out wide, Chatty? You're onto the one where he took it all the way outside the box. And then instead of laying it back and turning and trying to find a pass, he took a shot and then shot it about 50 yards wide. Do you remember Darwin Núñez in his first 5 games where he done that about 2 times? I'm not trying to discredit Darwin Núñez, but Chatty, you're onto what I'm saying. It was that times 10. It was way worse. I'm only giving you a reference because the majority of people here will be Liverpool fans. Therefore, I've got to give you a reference of such. And I've got to give I've got to be fair to a degree, right? I am being an immature child right now, and I'm aware of this, and I'm fine with it. I'm a big dog. I was born into a big team. In no realm of life was I born rich. In football, I was born rich. I was born a Liverpool fan. You hear the accent, and no one in my family's an Everton fan. You're onto the way there's the friendly derby. No one in my family's an Everton fan. You might find a 4th, 5th cousin. First cousin say, we are Liverpool fans till we die. If we are in Football League 2, we are Liverpool fans. So I was born rich in football sense because Bob Paisley and Bill Shankly were the ones who built everything in which I have got to being able to research and then what we've been able to build under the year. And then when I see someone like Man City, who even I remember being shit, they were this big. The best player at one point was Adam Johnson. I'm not messing. It was the best ever. Not even just the best player in the moment. Adam Johnson was their best player of all time at one point. It weren't just a case of Adam Johnson being the best there and the best there was. He was at one point the best that there ever was going to be for that football club. Next thing you know, Premier League after Premier League later. And here's the question that I keep asking, because I know that Manchester United won a treble and I know that these other teams have done it. When are Manchester City just going to stop, chat? That's the only question I want to raise. I only want to raise one simple. When is it going to end? Because it hasn't ended yet. And people say, oh, James, you're being a victim. We got 97 and 99 points back to back. One of those won us a league title and we got 1 Champions League. Now, here's the score. Real Madrid was upsetting, but there's the heritage factor, so I feel like we took that very well. But then we all just say, oh, City cheaters. And even though there's probably a good reason to say they are cheaters, they haven't been discovered as cheaters. And yes, I think that's because they've got great finances. But what paper says is that they've got the best Premier League team of all time. I've just got to say it how it is. What paper says is that they've got the best Premier League team of all time. Not just of, like, currently, I'm talking about era, like, best Premier League team of all time. No team has been this dominant. Dominant. Dominance, that's what I was trying to say. Dominance. So when it comes to Manchester City, the Centurions, fast forward, a treble, like, what team has done this? And then even to take us 90 plus points every single time, I just don't understand how we're at a point where we weren't even close to even equaling one more league title or whatever. And now Pep Guardiola can sit there and say that he's won every trophy because he's likely to go and win the UEFA Super Cup as well. So he's very close to achieving what Klopp did, which is winning a trophy with one English team, with an English team, every trophy. Unbelievable scenes, and I just can't believe it, chat. I am devastated, and I shouldn't be this angry, and I am genuinely being salty, and people tomorrow will be like, oh, James, you're a sad. I'm a sado. but it's one of those things where you underlyingly know someone's cheating. It is a little bit of a hard thing to take. Congratulations to the fans, because it's not their fault. But in the moment when I saw that trophy lift, I was kind of fuming. Because Inter Milan, they kind of deserve it. And it's not because City are the new boys. We know, chat. We know why do we all have to live in this world where we have to blindly accept BS? It happens in real life as well, where we say, oh no, but evidence suggests. We know that a lot of evidence is BS. Therefore, in football, why can that not collar it? Where there is money, there is corruption. Is that a W or an L check? Can you let me know in the comments down below? Is that me being salty, or was that a little bit of facts? Am I going to... Where there is money, there is corruption. In many realms of life, including football. So I'm just saying. But let's give City a little bit of praise. Rodri, world class. On paper, Pep Guardiola, best manager in the world. On paper, because it's the trophies, and that's the premise that people set. So I'm not trying to inflict or ruin Liverpool fans' feelings. Like, let's be honest, on paper, he's got the most trophies. So from those standpoints, yeah, like, really good team, and what Pep's built is unbelievable. There's a debate that I want to have in a bit. We also want to talk about Thuram. I had to talk about Manchester City at the start of the show. I feel like it was just a very standard thing. We are going to go into some of your comments. I hate Rodri so much. I hate Rodri. And it's a big unfortunate shame that he's by far the best CDM in world football. And yes, that includes Casemiro. Yes, that includes Fabinho, who for years on ends was, for me, numero uno. For me, or at least numero dos behind Casemiro. Otherwise, he was up there. Now, it's not even close on who's the best DM in the world. And screw Rodri for the handball against Everton. I'd never mind Everton getting a decision over him, but that was not fair. James, you talk so much sense. I feel like I'm just talking my opinion. If you agree, I'm made up, because I'm glad that I'm not the only one feeling that way. And to be honest with you, you do get what I'm saying about the City thing. And I am salty. When City fans in the comments after this or during the chat say, James, you're a salty prick, you're damn right. You're damn right. And you're still welcome to the James Redmond TV platform, mate. I love you the same. I'm just saying that it's one of those things where I don't like your football club. If other clubs try to win it, City should have never been in contention for this. It's just taken away all value of the trophy if you can theoretically just buy it, I suppose. But we only say that when they've won it before. It's a laughingstock. So really, now that they've won it, you've got to accept it, because we've accepted the BS. And whatever resource they've got to be able to defend themselves, they've maximised those resources to where they can stay in these competitions. And the UEFA thing a couple of years ago that they went through was some seedy business. I can only recommend some research. That's all I can say. I need to remind myself on the situation myself before I make any claims. James, you ever been to Pop World? Ravi, don't even piss me off, brother. I cannot be bothered talking to you about Pop World. Ravi, I love you as well, mate. You're a good subscriber, mate. You know what I mean? You're sound. You're all day. But I can't be arsed with you and your Pop World. You can go to Pop World, mate. You know what I mean? Does it look like I'm talking about... Ravi, don't even start with me. James, Man City, where are they? Wait there, let me read that again. Man City are where they are because FSG never spent. Had they bought a worldie every season, Man City would have won what they... But if your aunt had balls, she'd be your uncle. Like, they've still done it, you know what I mean? Like, they've still went ahead and achieved it. And I get it. Like, maximised funds and... It's not the transfers that have been big. People think they spend 100 million every single season. Don't get me wrong, they spend roughly, and they've done that for 10 plus years. But it's the wages, it's what they've been able to do to the youth academy where every age group is winning. And of course, that's to do with infrastructure, but you build the infrastructure through finances. It's nothing wrong with Man City, it's just no one can compete. So it's either one of the problems is no one can compete with Man City, and that's what I'm upset about, or they're genuinely cheating bar stools, and until it gets confirmed in headlines, that's the only time that we can sit here and say definitively we were robbed of an era. That is when we can sit there and say that. And I will never sit there and say give me back my Premier Leagues. It will never feel the same. We never got to celebrate it. And on top of this, I don't like the idea of winning a league with 19 teams. I don't like the idea. Circumstances is absolutely everything, because if City weren't there, who else would have got the City players? Does that make sense? And that's why I sit there and I think sometimes, okay, even though it was crap, it's one of those things where it's likely that whatever happens is likely going to just get skimmed over, and there's corruption within all football teams. It's not just City. I just think this is the first of its kind that we've seen to the level that it's at. And there is a lot of things out there to suggest that you can link as references to maybe suggest that they're cheating. You know, when City fans look at you, gobsmacked, like, I can't believe you're calling us a cheater. Like, no, but what do you mean you can't? Like, just look into your own situations and then boom. I understand it was a bit exaggerated on some of the claims that people made, but it's still all links together. Guys, can we please smash a like on the live stream if that is okay? Get the stream more out there and also subscribe if you don't mind. Big up James. I think Man City will never stop being this good at cheating. I'm so pissed and angry like you. Yeah, mate. I think it is just a short-term emotion. I think I'll come to a more fair play terms and whatnot. But I couldn't care. This is my opinion. If I think a team's being insincere and then they go and win everything in the game, I'm going to come out and call it out. Completely agree about not wanting to get a few extra titles on a technicality. It would be the most pathetic thing in football. And Liverpool fans know the context of this era of Jurgen Klopp. We know what he's done. I don't think we need trophies to fully solidify how good we know Jurgen Klopp is. 390-plus seasons speak for themselves. Last season, not the one just gone, the one before, he got 92 points. Sir Alex Ferguson's highest ever points tally was 91. I bring that stat up all the time because of how insane it is. Like, the fact that he was the first manager to win all the trophies besides Sir Alex with an English club, and on top of this, he was the guy to do it. Look at the club that he done it with. Look at when he took over. The way I always say it is, in the Pep and Klopp debate, and feel for it. I think this could be biased. And I'd love to delve into it because I feel like there's somewhere in psychology of football to where even someone who tries to be sensible like me can still have a bit of bias. But when I analyse the arguments of Klopp and Pep Guardiola and who's the better manager, the only thing that I go to first, and it is because I'm used to being an underdog, but if you consider Pep Guardiola, let me put it like this. The last two clubs they've both been at, Dortmund, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, City. Who won more league titles before Pep Guardiola and Klopp were the managers in Germany? It was still Bayern, they were still dominating, but Klopp was still able to get one here and there. And then same in England, who was winning more league titles, Liverpool or City? It was City. So Jurgen Klopp took the harder project both times and took Pep's teams all the way. You can't ignore the limited resources factor at both teams as well. So people don't like to hear that because they think I'm just being fully biased. I'm just saying it's a factor. But then it is Klopp's choice on what he's done as well. So that's why I'm saying it's important for our fans to include their own context. 370 people in the stream. Who else is fuming? City are cheating bastards. City fans are going to be on my case tomorrow. And I'm here for it. I'm in my heel phase anyway, so come at me, City fans. Big Steve, Hugh. I'm going to probably ask you to come on the channel. I'll ask Big Steve to come on the channel, but if he sees this stream, he won't want to. Think about it, James. There was no hype at all today before the game. You're so bang on James Redmond's hot tank. You're so bang on with the name as well. They can buy trophies, but you can never buy true loyal supporters. I'm going to disagree with that. They have got some die-hard loyal supporters who have been supporting them since the 90s. Very few and far between, but they have got fans. I'm just saying that second part of the statement's unfair. But the first part of the statement, you're so bang on, no hype at all. That did not feel like a Champions League final. Chat, is that a W or an L? Is that a W or an L? Is that one of those things where that just did not feel like a Champions League final to you? You feel me? Keep crying, James Redmond. Yeah, shut up, lad. Shut up, you little cheating. Yeah, how about watch once those 115 charges come in. You'll see you'll be crying then. What does no one... And you'll be in Football League 2. Why does no one talk about coming close to the quadruple last season? Because we lost. Because we were losers. The difference between us and City, we were losers, they were winners. That was the difference. By 1 point on a PL. And I get it, but no one cares about the losers, man. Sorry, Mountain Bliss. No one cares about losers, including me, kind of. Lifelong fan from Dublin, Ireland. Yeah, killed me to see and to lose tonight. I cannot wait to see Liverpool win the Europa League next year in my city. We all need this Irish, yeah. The Irish blood, yeah. Dublin's a second home for sure. But even that sentence, City have just won the Champions League. We're talking about winning the Europa League now. Yeah, fine, it adds a nice little bit of spice that it's in Dublin, I'm not going to lie. But it doesn't matter because we might not make the final. If we don't make the final, what a big embarrassment and what a waste of time it was for the competition and for ourselves. And the whole situation, the main reason why I'm pissed off with City is because of how bad we are as well, by the way. I'm fully aware of what I'm doing. I am fully aware of what I'm doing. I'm fully aware of how salty I've been. I'm also fully aware of why I'm being emotional. JR football isn't the communist socialist sport. JR football isn't the communist socialist sport. Oh, communist socialist. I'm not good with me politics. Communist socialists. Thank you for the super chat. Can you expand more if that's okay? Just because I didn't understand that. I'm assuming Are you talking about me or someone else? Hi, James. Big fan from Utopia. Today is Utopian Day. Oh, congratulations, well in. 2015. It's 2023, my lad. Fast forward your calendar, mate. Fucking hell, you're trying to say that. It's that year. Football is the capitalist game. Adapt or perish. Okay. So man is talking politics. I'm not good with politics, unfortunately. What is capitalism? Chat, we'll learn about this. We'll learn what's capitalism and communism and all that. Like, you can give me the definitions if you want. If that's something to do with big money, then fair dues. Yeah, Jungle is massive. Your comment isn't funny. Stop spamming it, you odd guy. Oh, who's this? Oh, someone spamming in the comments. I'll just ignore them, chat. They're probably just a City fan who started supporting them 5 years ago. Man City buying the UCL and United getting a UCL spot over us really can't be bothered about next season. Just want to skip next season. Us losing on a quadruple last season by a point on a goal. It's really been shit. Like, that's three of the last 4 years. I'd say the last 3 years have been crap. Was it 3 years ago? 3 years ago that we won the league? Yeah, 3 or 4. We're such a meaty football team, and it's because of these owners. It's got to a point where here's the thing, right? Do you know at the end of the season when we got Europa League? And let me get my apple juice before I talk, right? Do you know before the end of the season? And we got absolutely fingered by Jacob Ramsey and Aston Villa, and then we drew 4-4 with Southampton. Here's the score. What I don't appreciate is the fact that top 4, for a moment there, was in our hands. We still bottled it after bottling it the first half of the season. And only because Firmino, Milner and all that went, everyone was like... And Bobby Firmino scored, so everyone was like... And rightly so, because Bobby's a legend, but still, it shouldn't have taken away from the overall premise that we should be sad. And then... when I go on Twitter, and people don't realise when they're justifying something, it's like an addict when they say, oh, I sniff coke, and I done this much coke last year, but I've halved it. You're still probably going to be an addict, and by the way, like, it's one of those things where that's an extreme example. I understand. It was the first place that my mind went to, and in correlation to football, it's very similar. You do too much, it gets you very little. And in Liverpool's circumstances, we got very addicted to the success, but then we also got very addicted to the excuses. The more excuses that you make, the more of a delay you're going to put on your success and your sustainability of a football club. And that's what frustrates me. That's what annoys me. And that's why I'm going off on a tangent tonight. You can see I'm not being articulate. I don't care. I'm being shameless. Being shameless. It's my YouTube channel. I can talk about what I want. The proper City fans are crying their eyes out. No, there is proper City fans who deserve this, mate, you know what I mean? And, like, to all hardcore footy fans besides Leicester and all those Tory teams, everyone else, enjoy your team winning footy, mate. Seriously, I think I love to see football clubs prosper. But not Man City. Not Man City. I'll accept it in a couple of days, but right now I don't want to. United fan here, lad, I'm numb. Would rather use lot win the European Cup than these lot. At least use have a structure in a proper club, unlike those blue pricks. We really going to partner with Man United. I respect the comments, I do. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I'd rather City win the Champions League than Man United. I'm just going to keep it all the way 100. Chat, are you in agreement there? If you're a Liverpool fan, do you think, who would you rather choose, City or United? And then if you're a United fan, who would you choose? And if you're a City fan, who would you choose? I don't think City fans care. They're happy either or. In fact, they'll hate United more, City fans, so you don't need to answer that. Oh yeah, here's the politics definitions. Capitalist, the person who uses their wealth to invest in... yeah, man, that's what we're in. Capitalist society, fuck's sake. I've always tried to stay away from the politics game, you know, chat. Do you know, just because, like, it's a proper intense world, innit? And they all proper cry over it. I agree, Redmond. No, I know. It's a proper big shame, you know, chat, and it is. But it's the world that we're in. Fair play to the players that are playing for the shirt because they've done the job. Like, look at Gundogan, look at Rodri, look at De Bruyne, look at Haaland. It has been insane. And then you still can't dispute Pep's a great manager, even though he's got boss players. He's a great manager with boss players. It's just how it is. So that's the conclusion on City's praise. You know how I feel underlyingly about. And I could go into it more, but none of it's like what people would consider evidence. But we'll do a different stream and dedicate it fully to that. But I do feel like there's certain City fans who deserve this. And then you fools who've been on the bandwagon for 5 years. Screw you, fam. Screw you, fam. Chat, what else are we talking about tonight before we end the stream? We're going to do about half an hour, roughly. We've got about 400 people in the stream. If you can smash a like, I'm going to answer your questions. I'll touch on Thuram before the end of the stream because I don't think you'll like that either. Could you see us getting in a title race next season, James? I'll say it quietly. But if we get a few good lads in, no, I really don't. I think we can get third at best. Chat, are we going to finish in the title? Are we going to be in a title race, Ravi? James question, how do Liverpool win the Champions League again? You've got to build a great first 11. It's a very simple premise. I feel like if you've got a great first 11, you can win the Champions League. It's difficult because if you've only got a great first 11 and you don't have nothing on the bench and beyond, then that's where it's tough to win the league and the longevity cups, let's say. But let's say these cup competitions, you need a world-class elite starting 11. I think that's why City was able to win all three. I think this is the best starting 11 that they've ever had. And I am going to say that above Company, Aguero, David Silva, that era. And I love those players from watching. You know, I enjoyed them. I remember when David Silva was linked with Liverpool when I was about this big and it was boss. And we never signed him and we weren't even really close. But you're onto the film, Reds versus Blues. Like, you're onto the way they referenced David Silva to Liverpool when he was in La Liga still. But either way, this is the best team that they've got. And until we build a strong starting 11, because there was a point of time where I thought we had the best starting 11 in the world. In fact, I knew it. The season that we missed out on 1 point but won the Champions League, I knew we had the best. I knew we were the best team in the world that year. For 2 years, we were the best team in the world. The year that we won the Champions League and missed out on 1 point, and then the year that we won the league and we won with 99 points. And people said it was the COVID season. We were 25 points clear before COVID hit. 25, you could have null and voided the season and it would have been fucking worth it because it was pointless. It was wasting everyone's time and your own starting that second part of the season. We were so dominant, and I conclude that if we didn't have COVID, we would have won that league by the record points tally. I really do. I think COVID affected us more than most teams. I think that was evident the next season where we constantly lost at Anfield. And then even though we have lost at Anfield with fans since, we haven't done it regularly like what we were doing it before. It was becoming like a Sunday roast before. That was the occasion, losing at Anfield. City have been lucky to face a shocking Real Madrid side and a fair chunk of luck tonight. I appreciate the comment, but I have just got to, it was the devil's advocate in here. I have got to respond to that in a sense. What does that make us then? I don't know if you're a Liverpool fan, maybe you're not, but what does that make us? And then what does that make Chelsea, who got beat by an old Real Madrid team last year? And then us, who've not beat them since 2009. What does that make us? I don't know. I don't think it's really lucky. I think they actually had an impressive Champions League run, to be honest. They faced Inter Milan, like 3-time Champions League winners, speaks for itself. They faced Real Madrid, 13-time, 14-time Champions League winners, speak for itself. Come on, guys, you got to give that element of the team a bit of respect. You can go at the hierarchy and you can go at these things and you can question the 115 charges, but one thing you cannot question is the quality of those players. Like, those players, don't say it's luck. Those players are just class. Unfortunately, now to win anything in the future, we need Qatar. We finished with FSG. It's not just Qatar that we need, honestly. It's just competent owners who know how to run a basic football club. Really, really is. Like, Chelsea haven't got Qatar money, but they've still spent a lot. If they spent it in the right areas, that football club would already be on the way back up. You should learn British politics, bro. We got to make a change in this country. Can I even go into it? I can't go into it on this platform. It's not that I don't... The only reason why I don't look into politics excessively on a minute level, it isn't even because of people's feelings. It's mainly because I believe there's an element of an illusion of choice to a degree. That's why they give you only 2 main choices, and I don't believe there's really any solutions. And I think it was it Putin, man like Putin doing the damn thing, came out and said like Donald Trump wanted to do all this, but then when the moody mafia fellas came bouncing in and said, yeah, get that hair gel out your hair, son, and just said you're not doing what you want. Like, do you get what I'm saying, chat? And then I'm gonna leave it there because I don't want you knowing this side to me. You little conspiracy theorist, James. I'll fucking dare you. Let's stick to footy. Oh, I'm blind as well. Wait there. The case of evil money is over. Married at 6. What's this going to? Oh, no. I'm not reading that. Come on, bro. There's a time and a place. You know what I mean? Just no need for that on a YouTube channel. If you want to say that, say it to yourself or something. But come on. Don't get into politics. Yeah, nah, don't worry. I've already kind of got into that cycle, you know, chat. I'm already in this. And now we've got people saying that they're Jewish. Shout out to Jewish people. Let's not make this a weird thing, chat. We're the James Redmond TV community. You feel me? Nah, I'm not going to lie, though, Drunk Vigo. I like conspiracy as well, you know. Chat, don't do it to me. I'll become a conspiracy channel. I've got premise to behind what I'm saying as well. Do you know, like, the way I talk about football, I talk about conspiracy, but I'm going to keep that to myself. Don't be weird. I won't be weird. Okay, I won't be weird. I'll keep it there. As a City fan, revisionism is too much, James. City was a historical football club, but lost money unlike their counterparts who got bankrolled. That's why they created their history. Yeah, I mean, there is defo factors. It's not necessarily what you've done. Like I said before, it's not that smaller teams becoming bigger. It's more the method that you've done it, and I think even City fans are very blinded to the fact that there's a lot of things that don't go in your favour, and there's a lot of things that City have done that a innocent football club doesn't necessarily do, but they've continued to do what they've needed to do, which is winning, because then it takes all the attention away from 115 charges. You're not a flat earther, are you, bro? No, I'm not a flat earther. Defo not a flat earther. But all I'm saying, chat, question everything. Do you remember Eddie Bravo and Joe Rogan? He half had a point. You're not a flat earther. That's a funny comment, that, you know. It's really disappointing how far we've fallen. It really is. It's a big, big shame because, you know, I was referencing it before, the reaction of the Europa League post-season of the fans, and then now even the miss out on Jude Bellingham. It's like, this fan base is so easily manipulated by news stories, headlines, heavy links that don't exist or will never happen, like Mbappe Jude, and then finishing Europa League. I could not believe the reaction of the football club. Genuinely, chat, I was gobsmacked. I was absolutely umpa-lumpered. I was thinking, what's going on? Shout out to Red Chili. Like, genuinely, like, the top donators to the channel didn't say nothing, but Red Chili, you know how much I appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. How's your day been, James? It's been good. It's been really good. Thank you very much for asking. I appreciate it, brother. Thoughts on Tranmere, James? Kidder? Don't have a clue. Genuine. I know that you're Wolves, but besides that, I know that you're the closest team to us. Besides Everton. Southport as well, maybe. Sent to all billionaires to Mars with Trump and Musk. We're getting into conspiracies. James Redmond and Thuram and the realist Liverpool fans. Jeez. Yeah, I'm going on my man's channels tonight as well, and it's going to be sick. Son, James, do you think we can win the PL and or CL under Klopp again? I do think we can. The very different question is if we will. By the way, guys, 400 people, let's smash a like. We're going to wrap up soon as well, so let's smash a like on our way out. But yeah, I do think we absolutely can win another trophy. Jurgen Klopp has proven he's capable as recent as last year as getting close in both of those competitions. But the context of how City keep improving, will they have an off-season while they're transitioning, or, you know, loads of things can happen. So, and will we get all of our signings right? Because here's the thing, when we sold Coutinho, we had to get every single transfer precise. The big signings, small signings, all of them had to work. Otherwise, we would have missed out on the very few trophies that we've won. And when I say few, I mean the less volume. Like, we haven't won multiple Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues is the point. What channel are you on tonight? One sec. Yeah, I'm still good for midnight tonight. Yes. I'm going to be sharing it on the community page as well, chat. I don't know his YouTube channel. We agreed earlier, but I don't know. Yeah, it's Thuram. I think it's the Don Thuram YouTube channel. Is that his? I know his name. I just didn't know if that was his YouTube channel. Wait there, chat. Hang on a minute, chat. Hang on a minute, mate. Navigator's fucked off to Werder Bremen, mate. It's gone to Werder Bremen. His YouTube channel is This Is Football. That's his YouTube channel. Either way, we're going to be going live after this. Actually, not right after this, but it'll be at 12, so midnight. So if you want to jump on for a little bit, we're going to be, This Is Football. Man like Thuram. This is the first time I'm doing a show with him. He seems like a funny dude. So, big up my brother. I'm looking forward to being on a show with him. I think it's going to be sick. The only way we win the league is if Pep leaves City. Yeah. I mean, Pep Guardiola's wiped up this league. tenfold, and now he's even doing it with the Champions League. And now that they've got Haaland, and I predicted City to win the Champions League from the start of the season. I didn't predict them to win the league, but I thought they were going to win the Champions League. And I believe Haaland is that player who makes them the Champions League winners now for quite a few times. I do not want to get City in the Champions League final. Fuck every part of playing Erling Haaland in the Champions League final. Not one part of that sounds good to me. What do you want this transfer window, and do you think Pep will leave? Pep will not leave, not this window and this transfer window. I just want to get 2 more midfielders, at least 1 defender, and then a forward if I can be cheeky, but it is what it is. Red Chili saying good night, y'all. Everyone say good night to Red Chili. What an absolute ledge. Yeah, he seems like a nice bloke from This Is Football. Yeah, he's a good lad. He's a good lad. I've never done a show with him, but he seems like a proper good lad, and he's funny as anything as well. Who did you predict to win the league? Win the league. Win the league. Who did I predict to win the league? I think I said us. No, I never said us, actually. Who did I say? Was it... In fact, no, I think at the beginning of the season I said City, and then I switched up about 2 months in and said Arsenal. Stupidly, but it was just the football they were playing. I genuinely thought it was possible. But from the very, very start, I said City to win both. And then but the majority opinion was that I thought Arsenal were going to win the league. Big L from James. Big L from James. James does not know footy. We already know this. James Hassam is sound. You will like his channel. Oh, no, I don't have no doubts. I have no doubts. He's a proper top guy. I've saw his content. He's funny as fuck, mate. Likelihood of all trophies being stripped from City. Put a percentage on it. Chat, answer that question. Put a percentage on the likelihood of them losing their history. Their heritage. He organised the plane and banner this year. Who did? Who organised the plane and banner this year? James, the type of guy who said he can speak Spanish. I can speak Spanish. Hola, hasta luego. I can speak more as well. Big up James. My name's James too. Pep is going nowhere until they win the World Club Championship. Yeah, I think they're going to complete the whole set, win the World Club Championship and Super Cup, and then, yeah, they'll be done. They'll be done. 20%. Basically, the consensus of the chat is that City are not getting caught. And I agree. Not anytime soon, at least. Not in the next 5 years. And now with the Newcastle thing, I feel like we've just opened the door for this is what it is. That's where the money is. And, yeah, I suppose it makes England look like they're on top. And, you know, it is its own little Super League, innit? So, and I think the reason why Liverpool fans are fuming is because we're not up there in the Super League. Like, it is winning it. You know what I mean? Because the model that we have just isn't sustainable to compete for Premier Leagues. It's just the way it is. City are just well better than us, chat. They've got a way better academy. It's not even close when it comes to the academy. Currently have a way better squad, starting 11, whatever you want to call it. Like the fact that they can loan out Cancelo. Imagine us loaning out Cancelo. Like that really is like the equivalent of us loaning out Shimikas or... And that's Shimikas, you know what I mean? Like, he hasn't had the pedigree or whatever of Cancelo, but even like Robertson or Trent, like, crazy. In all aspects, they are just superior. So, where I get a little bit thingy is when I say, let's aim for top 4, and then Liverpool fans say to me, stop being negative. It's like, so what do you want? So what? So you've got the league, and then you've got top 4. It's not like top 4 can be second or third. It doesn't have to be just 4th. It can be the whole entire slot. What premise do you believe we're going to win the league title besides faith and hope? Which faith and hope in yeah, I'm a Christian, so I'm a big man of faith and hope. But in football, you can actually go off logic, you know. You can go off logic and suggest that some of these things are just not going to happen if you continue to do what you've been doing. For instance, as a Christian, it's like God can only do so much. You need to be a partner with God. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm only saying that because I've learned it in church recently, and it was quite a sick little thing when Pastor was talking about it. But it's the same application. It's like Liverpool itself will be a decent football team, but if you don't want to go that extra step further and take that extra risk and put in the effort yourself, you're not going to go ahead and win. And I've really said it the whole time. I think Jurgen Klopp has overachieved with the squad, and the owners have always been fine with top 4. Let me know if you disagree. I don't think you'll have anything to suggest that I'm wrong. I really, really don't. And I'm listening. I am open to all points at all times. I really am. There are new clubs around now with more money than us. FSG, I know, yeah, like even Aston Villa and all. I think Everton have got more money than us. They've just spent it really, really wrong. They never had the finances to run us on all fronts. We need Qatar money. FSGL today. UEL should be easy. Should be easy, but you'll be surprised. The way that we played some of the bottom half teams this year. Should be easy. Liverpool are out of this Liverpool are in this situation because of Klopp and FSG. We should be lifting one this UCL, but the crap, stupid loyalty and sentimentality destroying this team. Chat, do you think that Klopp's loyalty and sentimentality has ruined the team? I feel like I've gave my opinions on Klopp, but do you align with what he's just said there? Sorry, but Klopp's part of the problem. I don't dispute this. So if he's 20% of the problem, fine. 30% fine. 40% fine. But who is the ones who appoint Klopp? It's the owners. So again, it's either the bad at spending and the bad at appointing managers, or the managers maximising what he's got and we're bad at spending. It's one or the other. Either way, it falls back to the owners. So I get it. It might be Klopp, but these owners are shite. What did we do before Klopp came in? And we had these owners from 2011, chat. Let's not patronise me. I'll debate all of yous right now. I love yous. I do. You're a boss. And in school, I bet you're smarter than me. Football, you're not smarter than me. Let's talk about this. Let's go. Let's discuss. Because seriously, one thing that FSG have done before Jurgen Klopp came, they bought Ricky Lambert, Mario Balotelli. Who was that good sporting director when we were winning trophies again? Was it Edwards? Or the guy before? I'm not sure. Either way, Mario Balotelli and Ricky Lambert, Fabio Borini, Alberto Moreno. This was the track record, and then Jurgen Klopp came in, and then the philosophy changed. Lads, I get we fell off too easily, but we've got no divine right to be winning any of these trophies. Some of the players should be criticised this season also. The players are the ones who are most at fault, the cheeky bastards. And I love them. But the cheeky bastards, because they were shit this season, and they massively, massively underperformed. The players are the most to blame. They were crap. But the owners are the ones who persisted to keep the players and not organise the squad over the years to a point where if someone is now getting older, you can now replace him with said player. Instead, we've relied on an average academy. Markovic and Grujic as well. Yeah, they were crap. They were terrible at footy. Markovic was horrible. Salty Scouser, you're damn right. You're damn right. You're damn right. Klopp has been the protection of FSG. Exactly. And that's not good either, but he has to be, because that's what any manager would be. So I only look at it from a logical point of view. It's not Klopp, it's going to be someone else who's better at Jurgen Klopp at coaching that will be able to come in and maximise these resources. Who? I'm waiting for answers, because there probably could be someone out there that I just don't know of yet. But anyone's going to come in and protect the ownership. Why? Because they're paying their wages. The same way Pep Guardiola isn't going to come out and say Manchester City are cheating. It's the same way Jurgen Klopp isn't going to come out and say that we've got Mr. Crap for owners. He's a professional. You've got to analyse the character. I've gone in this in depth before. Why would he tell you the problem with the owners? Why would he tell you? He's only going to get himself into shit with the owners, and then there's only going to be nothing but negativity around the football club. He has to support them. It's our job to identify the bullshit. Is your former owners very similar to the Glazers? At least FSG revamped Anfield, your facilities, and they put the right people in charge, like Edwards. I understand they are also greedy. Yeah, for sure, like, they took advantage of a club while they were down. Nah, I'm messing. No, listen, they done great things when they took us over. We'll never forget those things on how they saved us and brought us back to sustainability. But then, aren't we at a point where we want to kick on and compete? And if so, isn't it their obligation, if they love the fan base, to then say, we can't take this no further? If you watch the Sunderland Till I Die documentary, the owner says, I want to take this club as far as I can, but the second that the fans tells me to go, I will go, because it's one of those things where I'm not here for a profit. I'm here to build something, and FSG aren't here to build something. They're here for a profit. Like, the one thing I can at least say about City, they're there to build something. The one thing I can say about Todd Bowley, he's there to build something. The one thing I can say at Aston Villa, they're trying to build something. These are clubs with heavy finances. Every team in the Premier League has got it. If you see us dropping resources, I'm not even talking about getting Qataris now, forget that. I'm just talking about someone with increased resources. Why is it a bad thing for a huge club like Liverpool to want increased resources, when history suggests in recent times, if you have increased resources, that means you win more trophies? But people just sit there and say, oh, but they bought the club when they were in shit. And by the way, whoever said that comment, I know that's not what you were like. You weren't saying, defends FSG. You're raising like a good point of what they've done. I get it. I do. But like, it's you know, it's like if you adopt a child. It's like if you adopt a child and then next thing you know, after adopting the child, you know, you grow it up and whatnot, but you say you can't go to school. I'm feeding you and whatnot, but you can't go to school. It's just one of those things. You're in the same situation United were in during Sir Alex Ferguson's last years. His genius were masking the incompetence of the owners. Yeah, I mean, possibly. Do you know what, mate? Sir Alex Ferguson was a professional. I think Jurgen Klopp has also been a professional at it. Managers just don't come out and shit on their owners, and I think Fergie was more transparent than what Jurgen has been. So yeah, I thought I heard a knock on my door, then it proper didn't half take me off course to what I said there. Do you know when you live by yourself, chat? I've got my own flat now, don't I? So do you know when you live by yourself and you hear a noise? It's proper seedy, innit? As Liverpool fans, we can't doubt Klopp. He literally turned us fans, doubt us to believers. People forget this. I'd happily get relegated under Klopp and still believe. Okay, maybe a bit far. If Klopp was the main reason, then yeah. I don't agree with everything Klopp's done. I just don't have any... They just don't outweigh the reasons for me to say you're the main issue with this. They just don't. Like, okay, he wants to keep James Milner. I massively disagree with that. He wanted to keep some other players that I thought he should have fucked off sooner. I disagreed with that. But he's done nothing to suggest more than the owners that he's a fault more than the owners. He just hasn't. But yeah, man. It's been a bit of a sad night, and chat, you know what I mean? 400 people who have stayed in the stream throughout, which has been good. It's been a productive stream. 40 minutes of moaning, whining, prime Vidic or prime Virgil van Dijk. Chat. Who's winning this now? Prime Vidic or prime Virgil van Dijk? Who's winning this? Do you think it's a bit of a proper scumbag move to say prime when Vidic's prime was longer? Nah, I think I think a lot of Premier League centre-backs would agree with this as well. I think prime Virgil van Dijk, it's hard to find a better version than prime Virgil van Dijk. Yeah, a lot of people are saying Virgil van Dijk as well. Overall, you've got to give it to Vidic, but in terms of prime, try and find someone better than Virgil. I rate Milner, but Liverpool should let him go. He's gone. He's gone. Don't worry. Love the way he's like, we need to let Milner go. Don't worry, he's gone. I know it's been a long time coming, hasn't it, but he's dusted now. Arne Riise. Do you remember John Arne Riise? He had steroids for legs. Remember his steroid left foot? Absolutely mad, man. Apparently he was a proper divvy though. No one in the squad liked him. James, the type of guy to turn himself in and for reward money. Why not, lad? You know what I mean? Cost of living crisis is getting up there. I swear we have the most delusional supporters. The owners are splashing cash than not. Name me one evidence where they're splashing cash. We hate them. They are building the fields. We hate them. Now City won. You hate our owners. No, the not liking the owners thing has stood for since the Super League, funnily enough, sir. So before you say that it was because City won the Champions League, then don't be inaccurate and making false claims. Also, splashing cash. Define splashing cash, because I think you've got a different definition to me. And delusional supporters, that's the only part that we agree on. And I think you're one of them. What's going on with Thuram? Well done for reminding me. Basically, chat, yeah, I saw... Like, I'm in the know pretty much just as much as you, but when, like, you start to talk to certain people, you might get, like, a little bit more of an insight, because I'm a YouTuber, so I'll go out the way more to look into this information. But we haven't agreed personal terms with Thuram, and apparently, like, we could even be looking elsewhere, which will be really annoying if the case. Like, I'm just not as confident about the Thuram links now, to be honest with you, based off of what I've just heard here and there, and what I've seen, and, you know, just what I've seen from track records in the past. So, yeah, I don't believe that that's something that at least isn't going to happen in the short term. Like, don't be expecting it to happen in the next week or two, because I think that the sources that we all got excited off with those transfer links were not great ones. I haven't heard any updates on Kone. I have not heard any update. I'm only talking about Thuram specifically. Apparently, we're looking to open discussions even further, so it's not like we're completely not discussing. It's just nowhere near as close as what was made out. So that's what I'm here to do, is, like, if I report the news, I'm going to let you know if the news was insincere, and Yeah, personal terms weren't agreed, basically, chat. He fucking lied to us again. My mate works in a hotel in Liverpool, and he said Thuram is booked for a night stay next week, Wednesday. But then you see shit like this, and then you're like, come on, Thuram, let's get to the club, Thuram, you know that. Let's just hope so. Liverpool should have kept Firmino. I don't think we should have. I mean, it would have been nice if he stayed, but it's not like Liverpool are shit without Firmino. Like, we weren't great with him. We need to bring in the top right winger in the January window. If Salah has any serious injuries, we are doomed. Innit? Aren't we so lucky that Salah just isn't injury prone? We just never worry about that. We're just like, yeah, he's going to AFCON. Who cares? We've got Ben Doak. Thuram deal could only really go ahead if Thuram asks to leave, and did so. Negotiation started again. Kone deal is being done between father and son, literally. Okay, that's good news. That's good insight. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. Would you be able to reference a source on where you're seeing that? Pavard. I've heard good things about Pavard, you know, chat. I've actually heard good things about Pavard in the sense of that the talks are really going on, and Liverpool are showing some significant interest. It's just about analysing the right money to pay, and then, of course, from there, not only agreeing a fee with the club, but then agreeing personal terms with the player, because Bayern Munich don't play their players like extortionate wages, so he'd get similar wages at us than what he would at Bayern. I mean, if you're Mane and you're a big name coming into Bayern, then they'll pay you a lot, but I mean, if you're a Pavard, he's not a huge, significant name at Bayern. So yeah, man, keep an eye out on the Pavard news, and I'd take Pavard. Pavard's 32, but you're telling me, like I remember when David Alaba was available in the season that we had no centre-backs, and I thought, what a player that would be to sign. Remember when he was going on a free? I know he ended up joining Real Madrid, but that's just one example of a player that I think, like, why can't we sign what is still a world-class 32-year-old? Like, what? So if Kante was 32 again, he's now a bit older than that, but if he was 32 again, you wouldn't sign Kante? Come on. Like, Pavard's a good player. Is he 27? I was going to say 32 sounds old, you know. I was even thinking in my own head, like, I might be a bit too generous there to Pavard. But I'm just saying, like, if we identified him because we thought he was good defensively, then why not get him in for the season? He's 27, so he's 27. You were chatting shit, he's not 32. He probably just saw that he was a slow right back and thought he was 32 because he isn't the quickest. Did you hear that Mark Goldbridge said that Fabinho joining Liverpool hasn't worked out? That was an out-of-nowhere signing, that, though. And what is one moment's truth is the next moment's, like, biggest lie. So it's tough if you're a journalist, to be honest. It's why I'd never want to be one. How great would it be to have a title? Some of them are just bullshit asses, though. Like, some of them go too far. How much would it be to have a title charge between United and Liverpool and Arsenal next season? At least it will feel like a clean season. If we are all in a title race, best believe City are in that title race as well. If you think we're ever going to have a title race with no City and no Chelsea, I'd be flabbergasted if I saw a world where that happens. No, you didn't believe that he at 32. No, you didn't believe that at 32. Nah, but 32 though, for some players, yeah, but Pavard, I'm on it. Because what's that? What I forgot about was the fact he was 30 to 40 million. I was thinking, if he's 32 for 30 to 40 million, I'm custody, you know. Mark Goldbridge versus James, August 31st, 3 rounds. What's going on August 31st? Are we talking about a football debate? I'll have a football debate with Mark. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Take a Man City out of the league and it would be fun. Yeah, it'd be boss. Be absolutely amazing. Absolutely love that, and they deserve it, the little cheating bastards. Do you think we need a right back? Absolutely. I think we need a lot of players this summer transfer window. Pavard and Hincapi will be two smart signings. Pavard can play right back and Hincapi left back if we need it as well. Both around 30 to 40 million mark. Hate being a United fan right now. Yeah, man. Not great being a Liverpool fan either, G. Not gonna lie. I mean, it is. It's great to be a Liverpool fan. I'm blessed, but I just mean in the current moment, it's not a fun moment. I think we're working on Thuram deal, but then can move on to Kone as well. He's simpler and easier deal to do. As long as we get one of them done, and then we get another midfielder, I don't care. I don't mind missing out on one of them. I'd love to get both. I don't mind missing out on one. James, I'm so happy you're back. Genuinely love your humour and content. Much love, bro. I love you guys. You keep me booming throughout the show. Honestly, I love these shows and I love the live streams, and I'm buzzing to be back. And I've been through a mad couple of months, so it's good to be back after the mad couple of months. And yeah, man, pleasure. Much love to you all, mate. Much love to you all. Everyone's in agreement that we need a right back at the moment. Are we actually going to buy Barella? Not a chance. Not a chance. You never know, though, after losing the Champions League with Inter. You never know. You never know. Nah, it's very rare to see a world-class Inter player in their prime leave Italy. Lukaku would have won off. And on the pitch, Meg Stallion was there for him, but he won that game. Nah, lad, I'm fuming that he's with Meg Stallion now. She should swerve him. She should swerve him. Because whatever she's been doing to him has been messing his finishing. Not that it weren't messed up anyway. So one of my favourite channels is a Liverpool channel. One of the things Oil Money has done. Hope to see you on 5 soon, mate. Oh, yeah, it'd be sick to see you on 5. My guy, thank you so much for the kind words as well. We've gone way longer than what I thought, but you're asking some decent questions, and I'm enjoying the chat, to be honest. So, smash a like. We've got 300 people. How many likes have we got? If we don't have 250, is that unrealistic? Ever seen a gorilla eating a cucumber? I've never seen a gorilla eat a cucumber, no. No, I haven't. Today is probably one of the only times Man U and Liverpool fans both mourn together. I mean, we also had the Aston Villa and Tottenham day, if you remember that. And yeah, I think we've had a few days. I think you'll be surprised. Liverpool, City, Arsenal and Manchester United top 4 next season. Newcastle, no. Spurs, defo no. Chelsea, defo no. Are you dead confident Chelsea won't get back into top 4? I'm doubtful, but that confident. Like the stream. Like the stream. Chiesa as a backup. I've heard that he was out injured for 18 months recently. Was that true? If that was true, fuck that. Fuck that. Someone commented that earlier in the video. James, in fairness, what would you settle for next season? As an achievement, a trophy and top 4. Give me Europa League and top 4 and I'm fine with that. Chat, are you okay with that? And by the way, I'm saying it from what I know my club is, not what I would want my club to be. I've already told you where I'd want my club to be at, and that's why I'm fuming. But from where I know my club is at, you're telling me a top 4 finish and a Europa League is a bad season. It's a great season. We've been able to build on the European heritage while getting top 4. Like, that sounds, you know what I mean? And then top 4 wouldn't have even been needed, so then we don't even need to think about the league campaign. We can just enjoy the night in Dublin. So I'd say top 4 and a European trophy. Let me know what you think we'll do next season, Chad. I think that's got to be the bare minimum. Bare minimum in terms of achievement. Hussam wants to win the Prem. We'll talk about that, because Hussam isn't getting his Prem. We'll talk about that on a show at 12, but he's not getting his Prem. Next season, we will be in a title race and Chelsea. Oh, you think us and Chelsea will get back in the title race? I hope so, sir. I hope so. I've missed the title race. It's been shit. We haven't been in one in over a year. My early top 4 predictions are Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, but us finishing second. Does not mean we're in a title race. I think City win it by a mile. Fair dues, fair dues. So we win the rest, basically. James looks like Chiesa. Chat, is this real? Yes or no? Come on. Right there. Yeah, let's botch out. Let's sort out this situation. I'll do a screen share. How about it? I just don't see it. I think I should try and get... Okay, yeah. Chat. Right there. How do I share screen? So, basically, my man is making the claim that me and Chiesa look the same. And I disagree with this, to be honest with you, but I'm willing to let you be the judge. Wait there. It's just loading. And I don't know if it's messed up my stream, and I hope it hasn't. But are we saying this looks like me? Yeah, you're on that chat. Like, I just disagree massively. I just don't see it. And he's injury prone. I've never broke a bone. I see a resemblance. What you mean? It's only because of a jaw. I've only got one jawline. I don't even have a jawline on this side. This side curves in. This side I've got a bit of a jawline. He's got a jawline on both sides. What you mean, chat? You ass bastard. And also, wait there. Yeah, let me see if I can get a bit of a better photo. Is that better? Does that look more like me? Because I don't think it does. Like, yeah, if I pull my hair back like this, chat. If I pull my hair back like this, we look the same. Nah, come on. Oy, oy, oy. Oh. I'm being serious. He was him up with that kid, weren't he? You're not 25, James, innit? That is true. I'm a baby. I am literally a baby. I'm 20. I'm 21. I'm 22 this month, actually. 22. Big 22. I'm the skinniest I've ever been as well. I need to get my muscles big again. If you see me in the If Buts Maybes video, I was much bigger than what I am now. I'm quite lean at the moment. Yeah, I need to sort myself out, mate. I'm looking like a bit of a skateboarder. I love that meme. Who doesn't love that meme? You know what I mean? Who doesn't love that meme? But top man Redmond, blessing from the United Kingston, Jamaica. Jeez, my guy. James, give us a signing you really want. If I can choose, give me Barella. Barella's like the most realistic world-class signing I think that we can get. Who do you want to start up top next season? You think Núñez will struggle to cement his place? Whoever's playing the best will start. Like, if it's Jota, it's Jota. If it's Núñez, it's Núñez. I just cared about who's getting more goals, because clearly that's why we brought in Núñez, because it weren't a link-up play. It weren't to do a Bobby Firmino. Don't write off Thuram altogether. Another one who doesn't get mentioned is Gravenberch at Bayern Munich. Chat, would you like Gravenberch at Bayern Munich? Our new sporting director may not have more influence than we're privy to, or may have more influence than we're privy to. Hey, that could be a good shout, you know, chat. Gravenberch, is he linked to leave Bayern Munich still? Because I remember seeing reports that he's not happy there. James wait there, what is it? What's the song again? It's not Pots and Potions, is it? Pots and Potions, that's right, it's like Paps and Potions and Simon and Bin in a Bane. I'm on the block like Venus, Black Low Worker, and now you know, block, I'm an Erne. Was that the tune? If you could take one player from City to Liverpool aside from Haaland and De Bruyne, why aside Haaland and De Bruyne, knobheads? Why are you being selected for a hypothetical question? Who would you pick? I think it's to make the question more exciting. Give me Ruben Diaz or John Stones. I love both of them, the boss. So yeah, give me Ruben Diaz or John Stones. Isn't he your cousin? No, he's my son. Didn't you know this? Yeah, lad. He's my son. Proud of our kid. Know what I mean? No, Gravenberch is a project. We need future and right now players like Thuram and Kone. Would you really say that Kone and Thuram are right here, right now ballers? Right here, right now ballers. The ballers, but they're not right here, right now ballers. Like certified ballers. No. I'd say Gravenberch is slightly more established than those two. Well, controversial opinion. Nah, he's a bigger name though. He's a bigger name. I'd rather Kone and Thuram. Myself. Got to take Scott Carson back. We found the solution. I'm on it. Must have been mad for Scott Carson to be there tonight in Istanbul as well. That's what pissed me off about it more, is the fact it was in Istanbul. And the fact he scored the same goals. And, you know, the Ederson save was similar to Dudek. You're onto the way the commentator was reaching by trying to say that the save that Ederson made was better than Dudek's. Come on. Fuck off. Stupid fucking commentator. Just because they're trying to make BT Sports exciting before it changes to TNT. Trent left foot or Robertson right foot? Oh, yeah, I'd take a Trent left foot all day than a Robertson right foot. Have you seen Robertson right foot? Fucking hell, leaving his left foot sometimes looks a little bit questionable. Okay, James, Fernando Torres or Bobby Firmino? Chat, you answer that. I'm going with Fernando Torres. I'm so sorry. They're just so different types of players, but Torres has just got that nostalgia factor for me. I think Firmino's a more legend of the football club in terms of what he achieved and done. All round, certainly a better player. Oh, but come on, Torres was like, he was the Robin to the Batman, which was Gerrard. You know what I mean? Like, I can't say nothing to Torres, mate. He was just world class, like certified elite striker of his time. Just cannot dispute the greatness. The commentator said it's the best story of club football. That's bollocks. That's bollocks. That's how you know commentators are just trying to get their Peter Drury moments where they just want to just say bar after bar. But guess what, mate? Weren't the occasion for it, mate. Wasn't your Aguero moment, and it was in Istanbul. Hello? Hello? Here we go! That was perfect. I know banter are crazy out there, but it's just us versus the world. Always! And speaking always... I've heavily gone over what I said I was going to do in this live stream, and I'm going live in 10 minutes with man like Thuram on This Is Football YouTube channel. Please do go check that out, people. Go subscribe to him. I'd love to see us all there. It will be 10 minutes. Why do they call you Hammers like me? You're Hamza, I'm Hammers. But they call me Hammers because Expression started the whole thing of calling me Hammers. So he called me Hammers. I've stayed Hammers. I'm now Hammers Redmond, yo. Chat, I'm fucking off. Please smash a like on the way out. Tune into the YouTube channel. Subscribe. And also, chat, one last thing. Can you do me a favour? Chat, do you love me? Chat, just say yes or no. Do you love me? And be honest. You can say no if you want. I love you. Do you love me? Just say yes or no. I'm going to guilt trip you here, by the way. I'm going to prepare you for this. I want to see yeses and nos in the chat. Sincere honesty. I want full transparency. I want to see the connection that we have. Yes. James is Spanish for James. Yeah, well done, Sherlock. I feel like we established this a year ago. No one's answering the question on kinda. If you kinda love me, then please... Sure. I love the way... Sure. Why not? Well, yeah, then in that case, can you just do me a favour? I'm going to end this live stream now. Do you know, once it's ended, put in the comments, hashtag for the Argo. Just refresh the video. The comment section will pop up, and just hashtag for the Argo. Let's get those comments up there because it gets the stream more out there, and leave a like as well. I know I'm making yous work, and I know it's only YouTube. Just that one thing, that'd be great. We'll get it into a thing, or hashtag Redmond's Army. Just leave a hashtag and I'll like them all. Love yous all, you gorgeous bastards, and have a boss night, and I'll see yous on the channel in a bit. But yeah, hashtag for the Argo. Peace.